You have to learn from other people's art. He who walks as a companion with wise men will be wise, but the companions of conceited, dull-witted fools are fools themselves and will experience harm. Yeah, if you don't learn from other people's art, you might experience the harm of seeing your own atrocious sketches. As I've learned how to draw, I've come to realize that I find certain parts of comic art easier and certain parts of drawing realistic art easier. And you always see those memes about how if your drawing looks off, you can claim that it was stylized. I mean, that could be true, but stylization is probably one of the most advanced steps in your art journey. Simply because although your art has its own signature look by nature of it being done by you, you're not making any of those decisions intentionally at first. And you can't give a reason as to why your eyes are always negatively tilted regardless of the emotion being conveyed. So it's probably good to learn how to draw as realistic as possible and make those conscious decisions with time. So I was drawing this picture of Invincible and it was easier simply because the shapes are already simplified for me and I don't have a lot of pressure when it comes to replicating the lines, as you can recognize Invincible either way, right? And I mean, it's always good to mix it up when you're in a rut or going through some sort of art block. And after this, I drew some shots of the scroll that someone else actually drew. So someone actually drew this digitally. I don't know what their reference was, but I used their art as a reference for myself. I just went with it. Like the simplified composition that I could see is what I chose to put down on the canvas. Um, when it comes to Clip Studio Paint, I won't say there aren't any good tutorials, but it's simply too much for my brain to comprehend. Like whenever I clip a layer to the ones below, I see some features I actually like disappearing. So I actually don't know what it means at times. But sometimes I have to try out things a couple of times before I understand how they work. And it's honestly just about repetition at that point. I think I did a pretty decent job with my sketches here, and I'm really excited to work on my next piece. I'm starting to build my own digital sketching methodology that's actually unique to me. Like, I just experiment. I try things out. Like, I add layers, sketch something there, paint here, use a different brush there. Like, and I'm just improving my rendering process, but I try keep things super simple at first because I'm not yet capable of doing like those super complex illustrations, but I'll get there. And I think I'll start adding like some really intricate backgrounds soon. So it's all about doing what's easiest for me whilst prioritizing my fundamentals as well. Like someone could claim that my art is stylized and like you can see that it was done by me, but I'm mostly working on improving my fundamentals so that when I'm actually stylizing my art, like I'm actually making conscious decisions throughout and I can actually explain why I go with some of those decisions. When you look at other people's art, sometimes you're looking at something less complex and sometimes those small adjustments become building blocks for you to create more complex pieces for yourself. I'll end by saying just simply simplify things for yourself first and build up on that, and over time with repetition your art becomes more detailed and it just becomes overall better, and you become happy to show it to people. And sometimes like as you're progressing you shouldn't take yourself so seriously. Like you shouldn't try so hard to be so perfect at the beginning because it's a journey and you have to embrace the journey. And once you find something where you're actually enjoying the journey, like nothing can hold you back.